Hey Instagram, happy July. Waiting for everybody to check in with us. Give everybody a few minutes before we get started there. Hi Team RevAir. I would wave back, but my setup today is holding on by a thread. So hello everyone, thanks for joining. Tiffany Truly, thanks for being here. Highly favored. A source of goodness. Oh, I like that, that's so good. It's K2, thank you so much for joining. Lauren Thornton, I think it says. Sorry, it's a little far away. If that's you, hello. So happy to have you here. If you would do me a favor and tag a friend so that they'll join as well this evening, we are going to talk about independence. As you can see from behind me, I'm ready for Independence Day this weekend, even though everything seems to be canceled out there. But I wanted to talk about independence from flat irons and hot combs and all those things that are so terrible for your hair. Thank you, Team RevAir, for wishing me a happy birthday. I got a really pretty card today, so I brought my little birthday card for our celebration today. We'll make it fun. So in just a minute here, we're going to invite Ladosha to join us. I'm giving her a few minutes. We are starting about a half an hour late today because Ladosha was having a color catastrophe that somebody came to her with in the salon. Raise your hand in the comments if you've ever had a color catastrophe. I have. One time in high school, my mom didn't want to send me to like the salon where it was super expensive to get highlights. And so she sent me to a beauty school and my hair turned out pumpkin orange. And I ultimately had to, of course, get a color correction. So if you have had bad color, a color catastrophe, and can feel for Ladosha, raise your hand. I am definitely one of those people. She should be joining us here any minute. But again, we're going to be talking about independence from all of those tools that wreck your curl pattern, that burn your hair. It's terrible. So I see that Ladosha has joined us. I'm going to go ahead and pull her in here. We can talk a smidge about her color catastrophe, and then we will get on with independence, hence the 4th of July, independence from your hot tools. So let's grab Ladosha. Okay, I think I found her. Let's see. Nope, there we go. She should be connecting any second here. Now, those of you that watch each Thursday know that Ladosha is a master color.
Hi, I am ready.
Locked and loaded. I was just giving them your rundown. So Ladosha is not only a hairstylist, she's not only a trichologist, which is the specialty of the scalp, and she is not only a master color certified colorist, she is just everything plus an author. So she has authored the book, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon, Curly Hair Adventures. She's really spectacular, and I'm so grateful to spend every Thursday with her. Yes, show them the books. Now, Ladosha, before you got on, I was sharing with everybody that we were starting like a half hour later today because how many of us haven't had a color catastrophe? We all have had one.
Yes,
and,
yes.
I was saying like that I had one where my hair had turned like bright orange, and it makes me a little nervous because, you know, this is how many months like not being able to go to the salon. So today I have some like spray on there.
Okay.
But I actually have, I actually just decided to buy some of that Madison Reed, and I'm going to try it at home. So you guys, next week when it comes in, I may have a color catastrophe. If not, the people at Madison Reed are going to get a huge shout out from me.
Okay. All right, be very, very careful.
Yes, I will, I promise. So this is what we're talking about, you guys, today. We are coming up on 4th of July weekend. And as we are here for 4th of July weekend, we all start talking about Independence Day. So I thought, what better time than to start talking about independence from, these are just a few things.
Heat.
Yes, more like hot plates, pulling at your hair, blow dryers that make you sweat, tearing at this to create tension. And I wanted to talk to everybody about some of the main points about RevAir. So if you'll indulge me for a second, Ladosha, while I share with them some of the things that I love about RevAir. So it is a 2-in-1. It dries and straightens your hair in a single step. That's right. From root to end, 360 degrees around that strand. It dries and straightens in a single step. It also is 3 times faster than the average blow dryer. So if it took you 45 minutes to do your hair before, it's going to take you 15, and quite honestly, most people will say less than 10. Hey, whoever just came into the salon. And then the other things I want to share with you is the heat level is so little. It's on an average at least 100 degrees less than the lowest setting on your flat iron. So if you think about that and the health of your hair, but today we in particular want to talk about how this little bad boy straightens your hair or stretches it if you're more of a coily, and why this is so important to not mess up your curl pattern. So tell us about that, Ladosha.
Okay, so here is what they don't tell you at the hair salon about heat on hair. So number one, I want everyone to understand that hair is an excellent conductor of heat. Okay, so you can use heat safely, but here is the challenge when it comes to using heat. What I teach in my book is that hair care is about 3 things: the right products, the right tools. Put my tool. Kelly, can you turn that down just a little bit? The right tools and the right technique. So the thing that makes the RevAir so phenomenal compared to using the blow dryer is that the technique is built in for you. Now, when you use the flat iron, when you use the blow dryer, you need to have the technique to lay the cuticle flat. So this is what your hair looks like, okay, before you put the blow dryer on. So in order for the hair to be nice and smooth, like mine's and like hers, like Crystal's, you need to get this cuticle to all these layers to lie flat. Now, this is the part that most people do not know how to do because they're either taking the blow dryer and they're kissing it. You see that in those videos where they bring the hair together, they like clap it, no. Or they put the attachment, the comb attachment, no. Or they let it air dry and they try to just run, run the blow dryer
like a rough dry.
Yes, and so these are the things that causes the cuticle to snap, and so heat at that point gets a very bad name. So now heat is damaging. So there is very low heat on the RevAir, and what's making that so unique is because the reverse air that's pulling the hair gently, it's not a hard pull, it's sealing the cuticles. And I don't care how coily, afro, kinky, nappy, whichever word you want to use, that your hair texture is, the RevAir will stretch it and the hair will smooth out for you to either braid it, or you can, rod set it, or you can go ahead on a flat iron, or if you want to, you can just rock your do just like that. And so that's the beauty of the RevAir, is that the technique is built in. When you don't know how to use the flat iron and the blow dryer properly, then at home or in the hair salon, you're going to see so much catastrophe that you're going to come running from that heat. And then the second part is that the second layer is your cortex, and that's where your texture is. Now, RevAir, to me, when I saw this device, when Teresa first brought it to the salon, from a trichologist perspective, and like Crystal said, trichology is the study of scalp and hair. I knew that was going to be a winner because of the second protein layer that's responsible for our hair being able to stay straight and to even color the hair. And so when you use the RevAir, like I got my new color, can you tell? I am just
I was like,
killing it. That color is
killing.
Yes.
I was going to be black color and I could do my own hair.
Yes, and so this is why my color looks so nice, because the Rev Air is sure to protect that second layer with your color and the ability for your hair to be straightened. So that's my, I don't style hair without, like, just about every day I'm doing a Rev Air post. It's just that serious.
Yeah, one of the things that I think, if you really think about it, one time I was in this meeting with some beauty editors, and they were asking about when you put oils on the hair. And this was before I worked with RevAir. This was years ago. And one of the editors was asking this other person that I was with, and they were asking about it. And they said, yeah, well, like, so many people put oils on their hair and then they flat iron. And they said, isn't that just like frying something in a pan? Like, that had never dawned on me. Like, you put oil in something and then you put the hot pan on, and that's how you cook something, right? So the idea hadn't transferred really to the hair to me, like that as you heat up some products, sometimes that could be damaging. But what I mean by that is, like, these plates are literally to, like, singe your curls into submission, to just be like, listen, curls, listen, texture, you're not going to be there anymore. And so instead of using an easier, healthier way to do it and to stretch that, it's like trying to take the resistance out of that. But that damages the curl pattern, right? Because what I know is that I've seen people who have beautiful curly hair, and when they try to wash it again and say for 6 months they've been addicted to their flat iron, their curls aren't the same.
Well, I'm just going to play devil's advocate a little bit, because that's probably the biggest myth. So the number one reason why a person would lose their texture when they go to flat iron it is because the hair was not clean. So that's number one. So when the hair isn't clean, so to your point,
so it doesn't do long-term damage if you keep flat ironing it every day? Interesting.
No, because your hair is protein. And so as long as you're using protein throughout your entire styling process, then all of your curls will revert back. Like, I've been straightening my hair since I was a kid.
That's amazing.
And so you see how curly my hair is.
The stuff that you read and you learn elsewhere that are myths.
Right, and this is why I wrote the book, because most beauty editors are not cosmetologists.
Right.
And it's really not professional for us to have to turn to a magazine and read something from a beauty editor who doesn't really understand the science. So again, if your oil helps the hair conduct the heat, it will become a buffer, provided the oil can withstand that much heat. And so oils, it will tell you, how much heat the oil can stand. So oil is very safe on hair to flat iron it, provided you follow the manufacturer's instructions. That's one. And then number two, it's imperative that you use a protein infused product. So you guys have some cool ingredients that help strengthen the hair. Yeah. And so these things are going to help, kind of like BAM. So kind of like Teflon, that's like on a skillet. You're getting this type of a protection. So the number one reason why people lose their texture is that the hair is not cleansed properly. That's number one. Number two, technique. They're squeezing the hair too hard. Or number three, they're not using enough heat. So not enough heat is worse than using too much heat. Because
so?
Yeah, because with too much heat, number one, you can smell it. You're like, whoo, and you'll stop. You'll stop right there, okay?
Smoke is coming off of the strand.
Yeah, you will smell the singe. With less heat, you can't really feel what's taking place. So remember, the objective is that all the cuticles have to lay flat. So don't see my hair like this. You want to see my hair like this. This is why we don't have pictures in the hair salon, because they're very misleading. And so less heat means it's like ironing your linen pants on number 4. It'll knock the wrinkles out. But the minute you start living, your linen will crinkle all back up, or your denim or your cotton.
That's a great example.
So hair are like fibers. So some people have hair that's like silk. some like a flimsy t-shirt, some like a pair of blue jeans, some like a business shirt, and then some like a really tough pair of linen pants. And so if you know linen, denim, and cotton shirts, they need at least, on the arm, it has to be up on what? Cotton. But you can't iron cotton on what? Linen, because you'll burn the cotton. But you can't
So,
iron. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
so no, well, I think it's a great metaphor because that helps to explain hair texture. Because again, we talk about each week how hair texture isn't related to race.
Right.
Like, are
Correct.
there people who are more likely to have textured hair? Of course, but you can be as fair as I am and still have very coily hair.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
so when you use the example of talking about the different fabrics, it makes me think about how one size fits all this is, because it does have 7 speeds. So whether your hair is straight already and you would just need to use it on level 1 of tension, or it's level 7. So if you needed more to it, there are 3 heat levels and 7 tension settings. So this is kind of your one size fits all option to take that clothing reference into your bathroom or vanity about hair.
Right. And just like the clothing reference, remember what's making this is what I want everybody who's watching us today. I want every single person to understand, especially if you are a licensed cosmetologist or a barber, and if you have textured hair. The beauty of the RevAir is the science of the reverse air that's pulling your cuticle closed. That's what's making this device the bomb. So
It's like having a hairstylist at your house, right? Because you showed and I'm grabbing my old tools here that I had in like the graveyard drawer of hair supplies, but you see a stylist and they're standing behind you and above you, and so it's very easy for them to get this angle where they're getting all the, I call them
cuticles.
shingles, all the cuticles down. So the way they're able to do that, it's like at home you have to be like a contortionist, right? Like to try to be able to get that.
That's the technique.
But with RevAir, which RevAir stands for reverse air, which is a fancy way to say suction. And when RevAir is used, the airflow, your hair goes with the flow. And that means the cuticles are closing in their natural direction. So your hair is softer, it's shinier, it will hold curl or flat ironing better after the fact. And it just makes everything so sleek and it feels good. It just feels so good.
Yeah, and it preps the hair for the second phase. So to those of us who have a lot more texture, let's say you have more afro, more wavy texture. So the RevAir would be the equivalent of putting your hair like in a dryer. And then the flat iron would be the equivalent of like using an actual iron. So some fibers, we do have guests, we RevAir and we just go straight and we bump it and then that's it. And then some guests we use a flat iron and then some guests we use a straightening comb. So again, the RevAir is a wonderful device because the technique is built in. It's going to take the guesswork. But for those of us who have textured hair, and if if you have the ritual of like shampooing your hair every 2 weeks, no, that's not going to work. The RevAir, you need to be cleansing that hair at least once a week. You do not want to wait 2 weeks to shampoo your hair because the hair will be too soiled, and then you'll be like, this thing doesn't work. So the device works, but you have to make sure the hair is clean. Now, let's just say
you can see on YouTube, Ladosha Wright's YouTube videos on how to properly cleanse your hair. You can also see them here in our saved videos where you taught us the right way to cleanse hair. And I didn't realize the importance of that. And I have to tell you, I've been doing it in my own shower now. Now, my hair doesn't have as much texture as
it's beautiful.
Thank you. But it feels different as I'm washing it, and I'm using way less product because of how you taught me to do it.
Yeah. So if you haven't shampooed your hair beyond like 7 days, you're going to have to repeat and lather at least 4 to 5 times. Now, that first fitting, it may not, all of the debris may not come off of your hair. So the second week, you're going to, repeat and lather again 4 to 5 times, and then you're back onto your regular schedule. So hair works better. All hairstyles work better when the hair is clean, contrary to popular belief. Now, it may look better when it's a couple of days old, okay? So that's two different conversations. Everybody's makeup looks better after you put it on and you've lived in it for about 20 minutes. You're like, perfect. Not many photographers want to take the picture as soon as you finish the makeup. No. So your haircut, there's something about that second week that haircut is just right. So the same thing with the hairstyle. It will look better as you wear it. But when you first do it, it needs to be clean. So that's the best way to take advantage of the science of RevAir. And I would put my whole entire business career, even my kid, on RevAir. That's how much I know this is good.
Oh, your kid's like, gosh, she must really mean it.
Well, he let me do it on him, so he's like, oh, Mom.
Well, what I will say is we've talked about independence from flat irons, and you don't have to take our word for it. You can head over to myrevair.com. If you go over to myrevair.com, can you not only sign up for restock notifications, where you will get your own email that tells you it's your exclusive invite to buy it. They are coming back into stock slowly, and thousands of you are getting your notice, and then you'll get on the list and you'll be the next one. So make sure that you put your name on the list so that you can get that. You can also head over there to read reviews. There's a review tab, and you don't have to take it from Ladosha and I. You can read how many people say, someone like me who has just wavy, kind of curly hair, I would not use a flat iron at all anymore. But what I will also tell you is people with coily hair who say, I can now dry my hair in less than 30 minutes, and I can run a flat iron through in less than 10, and that part used to take me over an hour. So the idea is that the flat iron becomes the touch-up. It doesn't become the main part of the styling, and that really helps to alleviate damage. Yeah,
and that's the way it should be, whether you're using a blow dryer or a flat iron. You really shouldn't be spending a lot of time with the blow dryer in your hand, but because most people, even the blow dryer itself, like the inventors, they were really not into the science of hair. They were like, "Ooh, I made this invention." And that's the difference. I was servicing a customer the other day, and so she wanted me to do something to her hair that was counterproductive to what a professional would do. And so her response, I got this visceral response. I said, well, I'm not doing that because that's not healthy to your hair. So her visceral response is, well, then what do you do? And I was like, oh, okay. That's right. So here's what we do. What we do as licensed professionals, there are techniques, there are modalities, there are tools, there are products that are all for the benefit of the hair for your future visits and when you decide you don't even want to come back to the hair salon. The RevAir, like she said, it's like having your very own personal hairstylist. So like I see my friend, Miss Millie. Hey, Millie. She's on the feed, and she has this beautiful, I'm talking about, her hair is so wonderfully curly, okay? And so a person with that type of curl would like, oh, I would never, ever put heat on my hair because what happens when I do it is then I go back to wash it and I have these stringy pieces. And again, it's because when you buy the blow dryer, they're not going to sell you this kind of nice stuff. The blow dryer is just going to sell you the tool, the little attachment, because they want you to mess your hair up. Why? So I can make a lot of money, okay? Let's keep it 100. But RevAir, they are selling you the device with the actual product that you can purchase, and then they have a package that you can get it all as one. And then, of course, they're always offering these buy one, get one free. Look, guys, you can't have.
Which is going on right now.
Oh, shoot. See what I'm saying? You can't have
accessories and hair care.
That's right. You can't have too much of this stuff.
No,
and so
really
that's going to take out all the guesswork. And if you're concerned about, oh, I don't want to use too much oil, I don't want to use too much this. Remember, they have directions on the back. They have videos. So all of this is user friendly for the novice. So all the guesswork is taken out for you as the consumer because the science is built in not only into the hair care products, but the science is built into the device, like she said, for all people, all ethnicities, all hair textures. Now, if you have a teeny weeny fro, it's not going to be, you got to
Well,
have.
you need to go on. I was watching a video in our stories last night. I'm not sure if it's still on there right now, but there is a woman who I thought, no way this device is going to work on her hair, like the tiniest little fro. And she was able to get so many inches out of her little curls that she was stunned. I was stunned. I mean, I've been working with this company for years and I was still like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Like,
right. So we're talking about like this. So we know you get major shrinkage, but if you have this type of hair
oh
going
yeah.
on, then no RevAir. But if you got enough, where the hair was stretched, then yes, because I did a video on a teeny weeny fro, and yeah, it did stretch all the way out. So we're talking about, the buzz, the taper. Then no, maybe not. That's
Yes,
not going to work.
makeup queen it was. I think that's what it
Yes.
says. Sorry, it's hard to see the lights in my eyes, but that's
Okay.
who you guys need to go check out. It's in the comments. Go check out her video. It's amazing. Now, Ladosha, I know we're going to wrap up here in a few minutes, but I wanted to go over a couple of things. So yes, indeed, everybody, our hair care products and our hair care accessories are BOGO. They're buy one, get one right now. So head on over to myrevair.com to see that. I also saw Lynn the Boss. What a great handle. You had asked if we're back in stock, and the answer is kind of. We're back in stock for those people who have been on the wait list. So to get on the wait list, you can text restock to the number that we'll put in the comments, or you can head over to myrevair.com and get on the wait list. Thousands of people are getting invited each time inventory comes in, and they're scooping theirs up very quickly. So make sure you get on that list. Now, I do want to talk.
Can I say something right quick?
And then I have one more question.
So I had a customer who has her first grandbaby is on the way.
Yeah, tell them about this.
And so she sends me a text message, and like it's here. Oh, it's here. And I'm like, oh my God, your first grandbaby is here? No, it's her RevAir. So
yes, if you're at the door. I thought that was beautiful.
She actually sent me a picture of it. So she is correct. Make sure you get on that list.
If there was no COVID, I would be throwing her a RevAir shower for her new little baby.
Yes. So to those of you who are questioning if I get on the list, will I be able to get one? The answer is yes. And I will actually post a picture of the Baker RevAir baby that just arrived.
So funny. Well, the other thing I wanted to talk about independence from really quick as our last topic was how amazing it is to people who have never tried this and then they get one or they watch our videos that this amazing wand right here replaces these. It's independence from the breakage that brushes cause, the friction, the hair loss. Do you want to talk about this for me and how much damage is done with these?
Oh my, I just can't say enough. So again, I'm just going to sound like the broken record. Remember that hair care and hairstyling are about three things: the right products, the right tools, and the right technique. So remember, Crystal just gave you guys a little, I don't have my brushes here.
I have it right
here. Yeah, pull yours up. So if you notice that.
That's
right.
the face I used to make.
Right. So with that technique, you really have to get that hair with a nice grip. And you see that? That's
like
just
pulling. Oh,
yeah. Right. And so people are really afraid of that technique because, like, oh, my hair was like ripped off and this, that, and the third. Again, if you protect the fiber, you can do that technique and you will have very little, if any, damage at all. However, I'm going to just go on record in my professional opinion. I'm going to say like 80% of the people have better results if a cosmetologist does that for them. The RevAir.
80, I would have said.
Yeah, I'm going to say, because some people can do that stuff at home, and So I'm telling you right now, the RevAir is going to beat that blow dryer and that round brushing by leaps and bounds. Number one, because it's ambidextrous. So this is a right-handed world. So mostly all devices are cut and molded for right-handed people. The RevAir is ambidextrous. That's one. Two, you can change the direction to get the volume that you're so used to getting with the round brush. And then for textured hair, you're used to putting that attachment on and you're pulling it. Hey guys, we all grew up. You burning my ouch, oh my ear, oh my scalp, And if you're thinning or balding and you're concerned or you have all these highlights, all this multicolors in your hair, you don't want to put all that heat. So those are my four. It's supposed to be three, but four. So the last one was color protection. So the RevAir is definitely going to be your device. This is not a hard sell, guys. This is the actual science and fact that we want you guys to experience that you can compare. So when people talk about, I don't care, I want to feel the heat. You can feel the heat all you want to, but if you have the wrong technique, the heat is a done die. The RevAir is going to take care of that. Not a hard sell.
You just need to try it, and you're going to keep it. And we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you get to try it in your own home. We have payment plans. It is there for you to try. So go ahead, head over to myrevair.com, get on that wait list, and I am pretty darn sure if I had a kid, I'd stake my kid on it.
You did earlier. The other thing too.
Keep it.
And the reviews are by real people. Most companies pay for reviews. They use bots. I'm a home girl, y'all. I'm from the project, okay? So I'm telling y'all, this stuff works, okay? These reviews are by real people.
You know what's really refreshing, Ladosha, is we just finished our second year of business. Just last week was our anniversary, our RevAversary. And in the beginning, people would be like, oh, that's going to cut your hair. That's going to suck your hair out. That's going to cause knots. And we would spend so many hours a day going, no, it's not going to, and telling them, all about like how it works and why it works. And now it's so nice when somebody pops on and says, that's going to be terrible. It doesn't really work. It's a gimmick. What I love is like our RevAir, like beauty brigade is out there, and they jump in the comments and they're like, this thing's the real deal. Don't you say it doesn't work. I have one. I love it. And so it's so nice that we don't pay for reviews. And, we just are out there saying, we want your honest feedback, and there will be things you love about it and things that you would want to change about it. But at the end of the day, it is the most innovative, fast, healthy way to do your hair that's out there. And I'm super excited to be a part of it.
And I like the fact that you guys are partnering with such diverse talent and everyday people to build the brand. And that's, to me, what everyday consumers are looking for. Beauty isn't something that you can cookie cut, and neither is hair. And so RevAir, has the ability to meet the diversity of the entire universe. And so a blow dryer can't do that. Flat iron, no.
Right.
Straighten and comb, no. I'm telling you guys, it can't do it. The RevAir is for all people, all ages, left-handed, right-handed, can see, not see, short hair, long hair, straight hair, whatever. So it's got you covered. You just
my personal family, like my cousins and my and their spouses and children, like I say that my family is like the actual melting pot that people talk about America being. So like I have an uncle that's Thai, an uncle that's Chinese, one that's Hispanic. I have a myriad of Black people in my family. And when you go to like a Thanksgiving, not only is it the best food from every culture, so it's like spectacular, but when you go there, you learn from so many different things. And over the years, when I've worked with beauty brands, I would have to go, and maybe I was bringing makeup and it wouldn't work on like my dark-skinned cousins. And so I would feel like, wow, that's terrible. Like I don't have something that works for them. And this is actually one of those things that I can bring. Like it's all 7 settings, and it's inclusive in that way. And I feel really proud of that. So
right, and that's
I'm
why
glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, that's why I had to make, because that's what people are concerned about. I use the hashtag, like real hair on real people in real life. I love, touching up photos. I like putting on all this makeup and everything. But in real life, people want to, they want to get down to the nitty gritty from all the different angles. You know what I'm saying? And so RevAir is going to do that for the consumers. This should make you guys feel really excited because we normally would not get that. We would just have to believe the advertisement in the magazines. But thank goodness for social media that you guys
Yes.
get real stuff in real time. So
Good.
RevAir has me for life.
Well, good. Well, I want you to tell everybody where they can find you, and then I will do a quick sign off and we'll let you do your infamous sign off.
All right, my infamous sign up. Okay, so I have my books here. You can find my books at lwrightbooks.com. And whoops, there it is. Okay, what they don't tell you at the hair salon. And then I am on every single social media platform. I have a YouTube channel with wonderful tutorials in real time. And yes, I have a lot, of RevAir, tutorials and all types of conversations. So you can do that. And then I also have
and it's all in the comments right there for them to click on.
yes, and I have a hair care membership. If you're just looking for all that private help where you don't want to be on social media, and that's at patreon.com global hair care. So if you need that one-on-one and you don't want it on social media, just go there and then you get free, video support, okay, with me one-on-one, okay? All right, so
One-on-one.
that's
Okay.
what
Well, what I will say is thank you all for joining once again. We will be back next Thursday with another topic. And please feel free to send in suggested topics. I know you guys want to see us do our hair sometime, so you and I need to work that out, Ladosha, where we'll have like a little wash day together. But we will definitely do that for you all very soon. I know lots of places are opening back up out there, so I ask everybody out there to stay safe, stay sane, make sure you're taking care of one another. This is a beautiful holiday weekend, and I hope everybody enjoys it. Personally, I want to say thank you to everybody for their birthday shout outs. So thank you. I'm so grateful for that. And Ladosha, I'll let you finish up.
All right, so happy birthday, Pepper. I didn't know it was your birthday. Okay.
That's
all
okay,
right.
girl.
Okay, so you know what we
At
say,
this
we're
age,
always...
I don't want to know it's my birthday either.
It's Fritz's birthday, too. So here, that's my colleague, Fritz. He's back there getting it in. So he's back there working.
Birthday buddy.
Yes, she said, Crystal, say happy birthday, Fritz. She
Tell
said,
him,
thank
tell
you.
him, come here, I want to see
He
him.
said, come here. She want to see you right quick. Here he comes. He got his birthday hair, too. There he is. There's my colleague. Take it.
It's my birthday, too.
Happy birthday.
Look it. This is like
Yay,
my
cancer power.
Go Cancers. Go Cancers.
That's what he said, cancer power. All right, so you know what we say when we're always signing out, right? We're talking about a whole lot of peace, a whole lot of love, and a whole lot of hair. And if you don't have any hair, ain't interested in no hair, can't grow no hair, don't worry about it. All you have to do is just rub your beautiful bald head. We will see you next Thursday at 7.
Bye,
I'll be on
guys.
time.
See you next Thursday.
Okay, bye-bye.